Yo, real talk. Episode 3, man. I just want to give a R.I.P to OTF NuNu. You know, if y'all didn't hear, over the course of the weekend, you know, he was gunned down in a mall, you know, in the afternoon time. He was shot multiple times and got in his car and ended up crashing, and basically because he lost so much blood. Now, the article that I read, it totally just disgusted me. You know what I mean? I was disgusted by it because it was a woman there that tried to give him CPR, but the police would not let her give him CPR. And I read that, and that bothered me because it's like that possibly could have saved that young man's life. You know, I think he was like 25, I do believe. You know, he's the cousin of Little Dirk, you know, who is, you know, a member of OTF. And I do know that is terribly fucking him up because I think he was the next to come out of Chiraq, you know, from the camp or whatever. And it's just crazy the violence that's going on in Chiraq. You know what I mean? First it was Chief Keef and his cousin Blood Money, and now, yeah, man. I just don't know what to say. I don't know what's wrong with the youth out there in Chiraq. Like, it's nothing to really play with. You know what I mean? It's not a game to make fun of. You know, of course, you got ignorant comments. You know, I seen a couple comments where people was like, that op was slipping. You know, he got caught lacking, yada, yada, yada. But at the end of the day, I mean, it's still, you know, I can't speak on gang violence because I'm not a part of that culture. But at the end of the day, I mean, if you know it's a war going on outside, no man is safe from, y'all know that line right there. It wouldn't be a good choice to be out, you know what I mean, in public like that. It was another cat that made a video about it, you know what I mean. He put his you know, thoughts on it and his opinion. I think that was pretty dope. If y'all don't know his channel, go check him out. Some of his videos are pretty damn good, you know, especially with this one, DJ Academic. So if y'all know, you know what I mean, who that is, go check his channel out. His channel's pretty dope. But yeah, I just didn't understand that the violence that's going on in Chicago, you know what I mean? First it was the beef between, you know, Lil Durk and Chief Keef, or the sneak dissing, and then it was Durk and Tiger with that, and then G, you know what I mean, dude from LEP Boys with that, and then, you know, T.I. squashed that, and yeah, it's just a lot of fuckery, you know what I'm saying? Rondo #9, you know, L.A. Capone, I think he got killed. You know, and it's just crazy. Between the GB and OTF camp, they're losing, you know, partners like it's nothing. You know what I'm saying? Lil Reese lost somebody close to him. And it's just a lot of shit that's going on. And I ain't really understanding it, though. You know, I never had a chance to really listen to OTF NuNu's music. But I was anticipating his mixtape, you know, that was coming up. So I still hope Lil Durk actually, you know, pitch his music out and for the fans out there, because I know he got a lot of fans out there. But I think something needs to be done, you know what I mean, with the violence in Chicago, because it's just like you ain't even safe to go outside no more. I mean, every urban area, you know, if it's problems going on in the streets, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, some would say, well, he got what he deserved, or that's just part of, you know, the game, bro, and that culture. But at the end of the day, I don't think nobody is really born to want to die so early. You know what I'm saying? I don't know the particulars on if there was a retaliation for something else or what have you, but I just look at that like, wow, that's just sad. You know, it was some, in the article, I think somebody else had got shot in the neck and another person ended up getting shot. But at the end of the day, it's just that violence over there is just fucking crazy. You know, and this real talk, I just wanted to be different. Like, you know, how do y'all feel about, you know, violence, you know, in these urban communities? Because you still got little kids that's growing up, and you got babies that ended up getting slain from straight bullets and shit like that. You know, I don't think it's a good thing. You know, I myself be in places where sometimes I shouldn't be, and, you know, knowing that I don't fucking belong there, and that if something happened to me, I would look at it as stupidity, because it's like, shit, I know goddamn well I had no business being there. You gotta learn to look at situations and, you know, dismiss yourself from situations. I just have the gift to where I can feel, you know, something is about to go down or something is you know what I mean, wrong. You just want to get the fuck out of there. But sometimes I'll be ignorant to the fact and just want to see what happened. Just stand there and just, you know, you never know what can happen. From you see somebody arguing to any kind of altercation, you don't know if somebody gonna pull out a gun and start shooting. But that's just coming from living in the Bay Area. You just always want to be around with action, and sometimes you got to be more mature and, you know, more smart in that. It don't make you, you know, a coward to sometimes in certain situations just walk away. A lot of people got that ego and that pride, and, you know, oh, my manhood is tested and fuck that, I gotta handle that. But you gotta think, man, is it really worth your life to get into it over some stupid shit, and that day you could die the same day? You know what I mean? Just certain situations. So I don't know. I just looked at that situation like, damn, that's just so sad. Like, it makes you wonder, like, who else in Chiraq is gonna be taken out? You know, I ain't really understanding the violence. I just think it's crazy. So at the end of the day, man, y'all let me know how y'all feel about it. I think it's crazy. You know what I mean? As you say, I'm back home. You know, not back home, but, you know, lounging with my mom and everything like that. You know what I mean? I'll be back with my chick, you know what I mean, another week or two. But that ain't what this shit about, man. It's just crazy, the shit that goes on, man, in Chiraq. And hopefully something good can come out of that city besides the violence and besides the murders and the gang culture. I know it's a gang culture city, but at the end of the day, it got to be something more known for than just gun-toting thugs and criminals. You know, the music, the drill music scene is dope. Like, I can commend them for that, you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, it's just the violence, man. It's just sad. You know what I mean? It's like, I'd rather hear a person got a new record deal, you know, got a #1 single, you know, just went platinum, they single went platinum, you know, they put their whole team on, you know, they got a distribution deal, other than just, oh, so-and-so got shot, oh, now it's retaliation. It's sad. You know, you go on YouTube and look up young rappers murdered in Chicago, or, you know, Chicago this, and you just see all this crazy shit. Like, it's cool. I'm not throwing no shade to Chiraq, you know. It is what it is. It's like no different from any other city that has a high tolerance for gang, just violence, period. I mean, shit. For a minute in Oakland, California, you know, they had a high murder rate, you know what I mean? And that's my city, you feel me? So at the end of the day, it's like, it's sad because you don't really sometimes want to be from a place known for just that. And it can be a city where you have so much good going on, but they rather talk about the negative than, you know, the positive, if you get what I'm saying. So, yeah, man, I just think it's crazy, you know what I mean? And it was just sad. At first, I wasn't going to speak on it because it's like, I've done that before in the past where something happened and I spoke on it. But I just feel like, if you're going to speak on it, at least speak on it and speak from the heart. You know, I'm not with the violence. I'm not with all that, you know, you can't solve an issue without a gun. I don't believe in all that. You know, whatever happened to the days where if you got a problem with somebody, you know what I mean, you fight it out. But now it's like, oh, I got something to prove. So fuck that. I'm taking him and his whoever out. You know what I mean? It's different if it's like you have an issue with somebody and you walk up on them and do it. I'm not condoning gun violence for shit. I'm not saying that. But just don't get in the car and just drive by and just spraying innocent people. If you got a personal problem with somebody, walk up to them, you know, and see what it is. Sometimes most shit can be squashed while just two men sitting down talking about it. You feel what I'm saying? But it's just like little kids and oh, he did that, so I'm gonna do this. Or he did that, I'm gonna go back and do this. And it's just, it makes no sense. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, I just feel like, I mean, you look at the age bracket of the kids that's walking around toting guns, you know, high school, middle school kids and shit like that. But I feel if you like 21 and over, I understand you grew up in that, but sometimes it gotta be somebody that's in your neighborhood that has some sense that can try to, you know what I mean, make you understand that life is worth more than just you sitting in a cell or you 6 feet deep. Because it's not just your niggas that really care about you at the end of the day. That shit is cool. You be on a t-shirt, you know, they R.I.P for a minute, but the ones that really hurt the whole time that they're alive on earth is your family. You know, dying for a block, dying for a color, dying for a street, it's not worth it at the end of the day. Yeah, I love my city. I love where I'm from. I know what street I grew up on. But at the end of the day, I'm not gonna die for that shit. You feel what I'm saying? It's a certain thing is when you get older, you never forget where you come from, but you can't outgrow that mentality. But a lot of people don't think that they can. You know, it's sad that you see people that's 30 plus and still with the shit they did when they was fucking 14, 15, and 16. I think that's sad. You know what I mean? I like when a motherfucker like see me and don't think that I'm from the Bay Area. I like that because what comes from that is the negativity. Like I was saying earlier, it's not nothing positive. You feel me? I like for a motherfucker to say, "Well, is you from the South or are you from New York or you know what I mean?" Other than you from Oakland, but I do get that based on the hair and the grill and shit like that. You dig what I'm saying? But my whole demeanor, my whole I guess swag you want to call it, I call it my aura is just different from a regular Bay Area dude. You dig what I'm saying? It's not saying that I'm not proud of where I'm from. I am proud of where I'm from. It's just that that doesn't define me. I don't need that for some type of reputation or some shit like that. You dig what I'm saying? But other than that, I just want to speak on that. R.I.P NuNu. You know what I mean? Y'all let me know what y'all think about the violence that's going on. Uh, what do y'all feel about NuNu? What do y'all think gonna happen from this situation? And you know, what you think the outcome of the whole Chiraq violence will end up? Other than that, I'm out. One.